The NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog also get new customers play just $5. Get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code NBA SGPN. Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of the NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. I'm your voice on the guys. Me, really rough, feeling rough. Terrell, Furman Jr. here at your sirs. I did handle business. Got the lock. Chicago Bulls plus 8.5. Never in doubt they were going to give the Orlando Magic everything they had. And for my dog, I mean, I'm sorry, Cam, but the Sun money line did hit. Sorry that I'm on the show after, sweeping my lock and dog picks, giving you not only the right Bulls plus 8.5, but also Sun on the money line when they destroyed the Los Angeles Lakers, coming off of a 7-game win streak. And then shout out to the Utah Jazz who got the win outright. So I don't know why you wouldn't want me on the show, Scott. I feel like I did pretty good yesterday. Why would you not be looking forward to me on the show? So that's Reichel. Scott, what's going on? Did it hit?
Oh. Scotty, beam me up.
Surprise.
Yeah, can't complain. And I ended up splitting on my lock and dog. Hit Zubac rebounds, which was pretty funny because the Clippers got buried and they benched him for the entire third quarter. And then they brought all the starters back in down 30 to start the fourth quarter. So thanks, I guess. But Zubac got there, finished with 13. Bit annoyed, though, for the dog because I did pick Dallas to be competitive with Denver, but they won outright, which just sucked. So I Denver won to 10. And they lost outright. So
4 straight.
Yeah, it is what it is. But
4 straight losses by the Denver Nuggets at home.
It's not just 4 losses. They lost to the Mavericks, the Spurs with no Wemby. They lost to the Bulls, and they lost to Sacramento.
No Kobe White.
They've been losing to bad teams at home. So not a good look for Denver. Yes, I know they have a bunch of injuries, but still, I thought they would win the game. They did not. So it is what it is, but at least Zubac got there.
What am I talking about? What was I about to say? 2-5 ATS are the Denver Nuggets when laying double digits this season. 2-5, with a couple of outright losses in there. All right, man. Not a team that you want to back laying a big number. I think we've learned that at this point in the season. All right, Scott. We've got how many games? Number of games here. Let's talk about the holiday merch sale first, though. Last chance for everybody to get down on 25% off the merch store. You can get 25% off everything. Just use that promo code HOLIDAY. You have until the end of the week. Head over there, store.sportsgamblingpodcast.com. That's store.sports.com. Get 25% off everything in the merch store this week. Go out there, check out, get you some gear for the holidays. All right. Yeah, really shout out to the Utah Jazz. I mean, just perfect deja vu spot. I mean, complete perfect deja vu spot. And the fact that they let him back in the game and still won. Complete perfect deja vu spot there. All right, 6 games on the slate here today. Let's talk about the Washington Wizards who got a win yesterday. I have no idea how the Bucks let this kind of hang around in that game. And then guess what, Scott? The old guys, CJ McCollum and Chris Middleton, took over in the fourth a little bit, got them a win. It only took, what's this, 20 games for them to have a moment where they took over in the fourth and won them a game. So if this happens repeatedly, that's about 4 more wins on the schedule for the Wizards, ain't it?
Should be around there, which might be more than people think they might win the entire season. So, that counts for something.
I mean, yeah. So, just if they decide to do that again, got 4 more wins the rest of the season, at least. All right. Philly. They're playing Philly. Philly's laying 13.5 at home against the Wizards today. 235 is the total. No injury report for the Wizards because they did just play yesterday. Sarr did not play yesterday. Just a note there. Paul George is questionable. Andre Drummond is questionable. Quentin Grimes is probable. Joel Embiid, Kelly Oubre, and Trendon Watford are all out.
Well, for the record, Sarr did not play yesterday, and he's out again today.
Okay. So Sarr is officially out again, too.
Yep.
All right. 1 second. Hold that thought. Everybody pause everything for just a second. Danilo Gallinari announces his retirement from basketball.
I mean, you're the Knicks fan. Thoughts on his career?
Are we going to, is his career going to be defined as his tenure during the Knicks and being traded? Is that... Because
100%. Well, at the end of the day, he was on a bunch of different teams. He was a very good bench scorer. If we're just being honest here, the biggest moment of his career was being in the Melo trade.
It was being in the
Melo trade. We're just being honest. That's just how it went. So he had a nice career. He was around for a long time. He got hurt all the time, which was a shame because he had a lot of talent. But yeah, if you're asking the main moment of his career, he was traded for Carmelo. That's the main moment of his career. I mean, am I wrong? That kind of sums up the biggest moment.
I mean, he's played for a bunch of different. That was literally the first, the beginning of the career. Yeah.
All right. Do me a favor. Name your favorite Danilo Gallinari moment.
That's not when he is scoring and beating the Knicks. I don't know.
Yeah, his actual basketball career. Name one Danilo Gallinari moment.
I think there was a moment on the Thunder or something like that.
You think so? Okay, cool. So just to be clear, his main moment was being traded for Carmelo. Yeah, look, I think of Gallinari, I think of a very good bench player. He had a very underrated career, but he got hurt all the time, which was very unfortunate. But yeah, bounced around. He was on Atlanta for a bit. Thunder, he had a good run. He was on a bunch of different teams. But yeah, traded for Melo's by far the most impactful moment of his career. But there you go.
I wonder what dudes be doing when they don't be doing nothing for a while, and then they be like, I'm retiring from basketball. What?
Well, Gallinari was I want to say he was back in Italy. I think he was playing back in his home country for the last year or so. But
okay.
I mean, if I asked you what's the biggest moment of Wilson Chandler's career, you would tell me traded for Carmelo Anthony. So I think it's the same thing, isn't it? Why would it be different? You can't even think of a moment. You said he had a bit of a run there, I think, with OKC.
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, but it's not fair for me, Sky. I get high all the time. I have to go back through my notes and remember.
I think my point is, if you asked the average NBA fan, they would have forgotten he was even on OKC in the first place. I mean, to be fair, he was in the bubble team with Chris Paul and SGA, and he was actually good on that team.
And that's what I was saying. He had some moments.
He was good on that team, but I think a lot of people forgot he was even on OKC in the first place.
Nah, I'm almost positive there's a good person. I was like, oh yeah, he was on that OKC team.
Yeah, but you had to remind them that he was on OKC.
Yeah, 100%. Yep.
People think Denver, New York, and a bit of Atlanta, and the Clippers, but I think people forget about the Thunder.
Oh, damn, I forgot about the Clippers. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of, oh, yeah, he played there. That's kind of the... But I like that.
Man.
I thought he was pretty good.
All right, man, we're detouring. 13.5 with the Wizards going up against Philly here. 235 is the total. Scott, what are you doing?
Do we know who the center is for the Sixers in this game? Because Embiid is still out, obviously. Drummond's questionable. So Drummond, he got through shoot-around this morning, so I'm assuming he's going to play. But it's not guaranteed. So we'll see. Bona might get some minutes here. We'll see what happens. But
he's coming off an injury too.
Yeah, it really comes down to if we're picking the Wizards to actually show up after winning a damn game, or if they're going to be, I don't want to say celebrating because they're 3-16 or whatever, but will they just have a complete letdown spot where they no-show a road game? Because you might remember they should have beaten Philly the first time. And Philly had a massive run in the fourth quarter. They won the game in overtime. But Washington actually did outplay them for the majority of that game. And they lost in overtime by 5 at home. Now they're on the road, and the Wizards have one road win. They're 1-10. Philly is 10-9. They have not been very good lately. Now they gave Atlanta a war. They lost in double overtime, but they've lost 3 of their last 4. They've not been playing that well. I might honestly take the points. I'm not saying that Washington's guaranteed to cover this by any means, but I do think based on current form, should the Sixers be laying 13.5, I'm going to say no. I don't think they should be. The Sixers have been pretty underwhelming lately. And I think Washington has proven over the last week or so, if you're not careful, they can sneak up on you and at least make the game somewhat competitive. 13.5 is all you need for somewhat competitive. Like the Sixers barely covered this number against the Nets with no Porter Jr. So I'll go with Washington, actually. I think 13.5 is just too many points.
All right, so the Wizards way better on the road than they are at home for whatever that's worth. Of their 6 covers this season, 4 of them have come on the road. So they're 4-7 on the road ATS this season. I think that one is interesting that as a double-digit favorite, they're 3-1 against the spread. When they get blown out against teams that they actually think that they're reasonably competitive against. But it's the ones that they're like, oh, they have no chance. When the Wizards go up there and they exceed expectations. And I think that they can do something similar to this. I think Philly's cooled off just a little bit. 4-6 ATS in their last 10 games, not the best ATS record at home either. I'm very interested in seeing how they're able to bounce back because they have kind of been playing this little like weird kind of schedule. They lost to Miami, they lost to Orlando, they played Brooklyn, beat Brooklyn. You're supposed to do that, but like it's not like they beat them by much. They beat them by 12.
No, Porter Jr. didn't even play.
Yeah.
Like if you're not going to cover that with no Porter Jr., who are down 30 and change to Milwaukee the game after,
yep,
then I don't know how I'm supposed to actually trust you to cover by, 14 plus. It's just, I don't think the Sixers are that good, which is fine. They weren't supposed to be. But you're just looking at this team play, and I just feel like, based on current form, 13.5's a lot. Mm-hmm. I think it's a lot of points. I think Philly wins the game, but do I think they win by 14 plus? I'm going to say no.
Yeah. Weird spot. Came in the Wizards plus points, but yeah. Total is 235. I could see this being kind of weird game where nobody hits a shot.
Let me just quickly see what the first meeting was pre-overtime. First meeting was 218 apiece. I mean, 118, sorry. So it was 118, 118. Yeah. So it ended up going over.
Yeah.
To be fair, the Wizards did score.
The Wizards let them back in that game, though.
I was going to say
the Wizards
they scored 32 plus points in the first 3 quarters. The Wizards. So
and then the Wizards let them score towards the end there and just kind of get back in the game. The Wizards were doing really solid that game. Yeah, give me Wizards plus points and give me a play on the under. I think it's a lot of bricks, a lot of ugly basketball. Wizards keep an ugly game close.
Yeah, I think I'll agree with you. I don't know how great I feel about the under. But I think I'll go that way. But once again, I'm not going to bet the total. By the way, I'm scrolling through ESPN, and they're giving me an update on Gallinari's retirement on the Wizards team page. I do not remember him being on the Wizards at any point.
What?
Yeah.
No, on the Wizards page?
Yeah, they said that Gallinari retired. I don't recall that at all, so that went right over my head.
So Wizards.
I need a list of the teams he played on. But yeah, I thought it was pretty funny because it's Gallinari.
He and Kevin Durant got the color of the rainbow going on in them jerseys, don't they? Yeah.
I'm just saying because I'm like, let me just quickly see how the Wizards have been doing lately for totals.
Gallinari.
Gallinari retired. I'm like, wait a second, what? Wizards. So just to read off the teams, by the way, Knicks, Nuggets, Clippers, Thunder, Hawks, Wizards, Pistons, and Bucks.
I don't know why I felt like you were
recall that. Okay.
I don't recall the Bucks at all.
I don't recall the Wizards that much. I mean, vaguely maybe the Wizards, but he might have been washed at that point. I don't really recall that either.
Vaguely the Pistons, but not the Wizards. Definitely. I have never seen Danilo Gallinari in a Bucks jersey, ever.
By the way, separate point here, no offense to the Wizards or ESPN. We're having Gallinari retiring posts on the Wizards page. He played 26 career games with the Wizards. Let's pump the brakes. Relax. He played 26 career games with the Wizards. You don't need a retirement post. But whatever.
Oh, man.
That's wild. 26 games?
I mean,
Come
like,
on.
is it just like he's retiring? Is it like a tribute?
Okay, well now
like,
I got to see if he's on the Bucks homepage too. Give me a second.
Here we go. Now
Yes, he is. He is on the Bucks page. Yes, he is.
So is it? It's
Yes, he
just
is.
okay. So they just went and just put the story and tagged whatever teams he played with.
Pretty much. Let me just see if he's mentioned on the Pistons. Yes, he was.
Okay, so they just tagged all the teams. They just said, you know what, tags. What teams did he play for? And they went they went to Wikipedia and they just copied all the teams down and just said that's how.
For the record, he played 6 career games with the Pistons. He got a retirement post on the team website.
They tagged all his teams.
Although I see people mentioned in the Celtics, he never played. He signed with them and tore his ACL. He never played for Boston. So he's not. But he actually was under contract with Boston, but he never played.
So is he on the page though?
I doubt it because he never played a game.
I mean, hey, you don't know. It was 6 games. Come on, 6 more games.
Yes, he is. Well. He is mentioned on the homepage. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. ESPN has him on the Boston homepage too. But he did not play for the Celtics. So there you go. There's like a technicality in there.
Oh boy, I didn't know that this was gonna get like. Wow, people really rock with Gallinari. I didn't know he would get this much.
I mean, for the record, he averaged 14.9 points per game as mainly a bench player. Like, he had a good career.
Yeah, no, 14 points per game as a bench player is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, NBA. Yeah, this is all over. This is a top headline. I just did not think Gallinari would be a top headline.
Respect. I think people forgot he existed because he was in Europe for the last year or two.
He probably is only a top headline because of the Melo trade.
Yeah, probably.
Like, no, seriously, if he was never traded for Melo, do you think that, like, right now, today in 2025, we're talking about Gallinari retiring?
No, I do not. For the record, he was playing in Puerto Rico. Then he retired.
Puerto Rico?
Yeah, he was in Puerto Rico. I figured he'd go back to Italy, but no, he was in Puerto Rico.
Really? I mean, he was down the street. All right. Novig. Brought to you by Novig, America's #1 sports prediction market. You know, you're getting the best prices on Novig when you use Novig because they are a sports exchange. So you're going up against other prospective bettors. And so, you know, you're getting the best prices on the market. Normally it's -115. It might be -103. You never know. So go over there, check Novig. It's available in 35 plus states, more the merrier. So download and go to the Novig app. Get $50 when you spend just $5 when you use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig. That is promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Underdog. Hook it up. Our customers with a brand new offer. Play $5, get $100 when you in bonus funds when you use sign up code NBA SGPN. You can play a pick'em entry, win up to 5,000 times your entry, playing higher or lower your favorite player's fantasy stats. So make sure you go over there and check out Underdog, where again, new customers play just $5, get $100 in bonus funds. Use that promo code NBA SGPN. But I'm telling you, it's just the tags. You just add the tag, add the tag. You're trying to get as much traction on it as possible and get everybody to click on it. And so I'm sure it was Celtics fans that went to the main page and was like, Gallinari, what? Yeah. And they clicked on it. So they did what they were supposed to do. SEO, teaching the people stuff out there.
I mean, he played less games with the Celtics than Gordon Hayward. But yeah, sure. That's fine.
That's tough. The Portland Trailblazers on the road going to play the Toronto Raptors. Raptors laying 5.5 at home. 231.5 is the total. Injury report: Donovan Clingan, questionable. Scoot Henderson, Matisse Thybulle, Blake Wesley, Drew Holiday, all out.
Is Scoot ever going to play?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
RJ Barrett is out. And that's it for the Raptors. So the Raptors have lost 2 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
They blew it to Charlotte in I don't know how fashion. And then they came back and lost to the Knicks, which, I mean, it's the Knicks.
It's understandable. They're also on the road. I mean, they are 7-2 at home.
They never catching 8.5 points.
Yeah.
Now, Portland, on the other hand, they were great. Fell off a cliff. Now they're regular again. 8-12 on the season. 7-10 ATS. 9-3 is a dog. Holy shit. Well, they were on that crazy dog streak to begin the season. And then I guess the books just kind of caught up with them. And that's where they're at. Why they're at where they're at right now. But 5.5 on the road here with the Trailblazers, Scott.
I mean, do you want to lay 5.5 with Toronto? Because Toronto's been very good this season, but I feel like a lot of people are expecting a bit of regression. Maybe not a ton, but a little bit of it. But Portland, we know, is competitive most nights. They might not win games, but at least they are usually in striking distance in the fourth quarter. Usually. I see this being close. I'm going to go Portland in this game. Maybe I'm just picking Toronto to continue to underachieve the point spread like we've seen the last couple of games, but I think Portland's really not that bad. I mean, Avdia had a 19-rebound triple-double against the Thunder last game. They've given the Thunder some problems, actually, this season, which is kind of impressive, but I think Portland still has depth. They can score. The defense, you could argue, is pretty inconsistent, but they play at a pace that can frustrate other teams, and I do think Portland has the depth to at least frustrate Toronto for 48 minutes. I'm going to take Portland. I think 5.5 is actually a lot of points. I think these teams, you could argue, stylistically can give each other an interesting battle, and that's what I'm picking. So give me Portland plus 5.5.
Okay. So Portland has not been the best getting out early in games recently, but they've been a lot better closing them. Exact opposite for the Toronto Raptors, who have been a lot better in the first half, but not as good closing the game very recently. Hence the 2 losses that they had and the blow and the complete meltdown that they had against the Charlotte Hornets. So I think a big part of why Toronto was able to go on the run that they went on is because of the defense. And because the defense stepped up so much for them. They always had the offensive weapons in the scoring, but the defense was never there. It was never there last season at all. And it wasn't there in the first part of the season, and that's why we were fading this team. And then they figured it out, and they became one of the best in the league, and now it's kind of starting to waver a little bit. Yes, the score doesn't look as bad, 118. You see 118, you'd be like, oh, that's average, but you got to look at the situation. It was really bad defense and how they blew that game to the Charlotte Hornets in like a quarter and a half of the overtime, and then half of the fourth quarter. They just kind of couldn't get any stops, let them blow that game. Same thing with the Knicks. It was just a lack of stops. And so that's what I'm concerned about. Are they going to be able to get enough stops with this Portland team to be able to cover this line in this one? I don't know. I think they'll be able to win. I think this Raptors team is resilient. I think that they are pretty good at home, 7-2 against, 7-2 straight up at home this season, but 4-5 against the spread. And I feel like every time I'm sitting here and I'm watching one of these kind of Raptors home games, a lot of time it's very, very contested. They're winning it at the last second, and we're watching after the game. It's like, oh, this Raptors team just keeps finding ways to get it done, but you're not covering the spread like that. You play Indiana to a 97-95 game at home. So give me Portland plus the points. Not a great money line sprinkle here for me, because I do think that this is very much Raptors can win this game and win it ugly. This, Scott, would be a Raptors 1-10 line for me. I think that would be interesting there. I'm sure it probably doesn't pay the best. Maybe you get a little bit of plus money, but I'm sure a Raptors 1-10 line is really good here, because I think the Raptors do get the win and figure it out in the end, but I don't think they look good throughout the entire portion of this game. I think the defense is starting to unravel just a little bit. So I will take Portland here plus the points. Kind of play in the middle there with the Toronto money line, but I do like Portland plus points. It just seems like this is a 2.3-point game and another heartbreaking loss on the road for the Portland Trailblazers. It was at 231.5.
I think it's really tough because Toronto's been more of an under team lately, but Portland has also had some defensive issues, but I think I'll go under. Toronto has not really been amazing offensively lately. If you want to include the game against Charlotte, just for reference, they have scored less than 111 points in regulation in 4 straight games. So they're not really doing anything to push totals at this point. So I'm going with the under. If I'm picking Portland to be competitive, maybe win the game, it's because Toronto's offense has really not been that good lately. So I'll go with the under in this game.
Yeah, it would be either under or Portland team total over, but I don't think Toronto does their part in the scoring here either. All right, next game up. Oh, my New York Knicks on the road going to play the Boston Celtics in that filthy, disgusting garden. Boston laying 1. 231.5 is the total. Injury report. And we've got for the... Whoa, where are they at? There we go. For the New York Knicks, Landry Shamet and OG are both out. And for the Celtics, Derek White is probable to play in this one. Neemias Queta is probable. And yeah, that's it. So we have Boston, who is quietly
They've been good.
won 7 of their last 10 games.
Mm-hmm. Props to Missoula. He's done a good job with this team.
Fuck.
I mean, the annoying part is your team's on the road.
I know.
To be fair, though, I mean, I know it's Charlotte and it's the Nets, but you have won 2 straight road games, so at least there's that. But your team's been significantly
but they
more
didn't cover
on the road.
But when we were doing that Nets game, I see it says here 12.5. When we did the Nets game on the show, it was 13.5, and they didn't cover, Scott. Mm-hmm. So, and I mean, a cover against Charlotte. What does that even mean to me? Give me the Celtics. You can't take the Knicks on the road, man. The Knicks have been horrible on the road this season. This just seems like the spot. Plus, the Celtics team has been playing better, and you just had the Giants lose to the Patriots on Monday Night Football in heartbreaking, embarrassing fashion. I have no trust in the Knicks to get my face back for that at all whatsoever. So I think this is one of those games where the Knicks go out there, they beat a really good Toronto team in the East, and we're like, oh, this Knicks team's starting to look good again. They've won 4 straight. And then they go play Boston, and Boston does Boston things. So, yeah, threes just start hitting for Boston at home here. They find a way to get a win. I'll take Boston, but oh, yuck. Horrible spot for the Knicks being on the road here.
Yeah, I think I agree. I don't really feel great about the side either way, but Boston has been quite good lately. Beat Orlando, beat Detroit, lost to Minnesota in a close road game, and then beat Cleveland. I know Cleveland's kind of going through it right now, but still a good win in Cleveland. But yeah, Boston's playing well. The line does feel, I don't know if trappy is the right word because I understand why Boston's favored in this game, but I feel like people are going to jump on the Knicks because they're the more talented team with more upside, but they have not been very good on the road. So I see a close game either way. The Knicks, though, for reference, they killed Toronto. Good win there. The Milwaukee game was not really that impressive. Giannis came back, and that game was very close for about 2.5, 3 quarters. And then the Knicks kind of took control late. But that game was actually in the balance for a while, and the Knicks didn't do a great job of putting that team away. I do think the Celtics will keep this game very close, and I'll pick them at home. So give me Boston at home with you in this game. Not exactly, once again, a very confident play, but I think there's a reason why Boston's favored. I'll take it.
All right. I'm saying Boston -1. A lot of places. Somebody in the chat said Celtics moneyline Knicks spread. Watch. Boy, if you hit that, you find a way to hit that.
That's exactly a 1-point win for Boston.
Does that even count? Because it's a push. Does that even count?
You might be able to find a 1.5 out there.
Okay, he might find a 1.5.
I can tell you what that pays out if you're really interested. I'm more intrigued, if anything.
I mean, we've seen it with Miami multiple times, so like it's not impossible.
Yeah, let me just quickly see if I can.
I feel like you got to give me something good. You got to give me something good. I'm literally calling an exact margin for the game. You got to give me something good.
Oh no, it's gotta be like 100-1 or something, but it's not going to be. But let me just quickly see what I can get.
Yeah.
So on DraftKings, if you parlay the Knicks spread with the Celtics, 29-1. What a horrible price.
Yeah, like
they need to win by exactly 1 point.
I'm literally telling you the exactly how the game is gonna go.
Now 29-1 is an atrocious price. That is embarrassing. That should be at least 80.
One? Like I'm giving you a 1 point margin.
Exactly a 1 point win. That should not be 29-1. That should be at least 80 or 90-1 for fair odds. There's only one right answer. Like that's got to be 80 or 90-1. Like that's crazy. I can only get one answer. 29-1 for one answer is crazy. All right. We're both on Boston. Yeah. I'll go under on this game. first being landed 200. Maybe it's just the amount of history between these teams. I see a pretty physical battle on the court. I think it's going to be played a bit slower than people anticipate, and I think you're going to see a lot of contact on a lot of different plays. I can see this game being choppy. I can see it being physical. These teams, from what I can gather, don't really like each other, especially after the postseason that we saw, where the Knicks were able to pull off the upset and won the series outright. I see another low-scoring game. Give me the under.
Wow, what? Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was reading WNBA CBA proposal.
I know they extended it for like 30 days or 40 days.
So the recent proposal also included removing the in-season team housing. Wait, so they can't give them somewhere to live for the season?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Okay. And then lengthening season with training camp starting as early as mid-March. What?
I thought the whole issue was that it was too close to the end of the women's college season. So you had
mid-March. That's literally college is still
That's
going
what I'm saying.
on.
Like, that doesn't even make any sense.
What do you mean? What is the draft? This is how, but this must be what they mean when they say that the WNBA is not being serious.
They have new leadership, though, right?
We're gonna draft before, so now players are not gonna play with this proposal. If you're a college player, you would not play in the March Madness tournament.
Well, I'm assuming the point is maybe there'd be an exemption because you would be playing, so you'd be in shape anyway.
So we do exemptions, and then we bring in rookie players late to training camp before the season.
That's my guess. We never got a new commissioner, right?
No, it's still.
So this sounds very on brand, right? Just saying, we never got.
I don't know. It just sounds horrible.
It sounds awful.
It made me stop what I was doing and look at it because I was like, what? But while I'm here, I might as well go ahead and drop some actual pertinent breaking news. Whoa, did that work?
Yeah.
Did you? Oh, there we go. Cool. Quentin Grimes, downgraded questionable with the calf injury.
So many calf injuries in the league.
Paul George and Andre Drummond are in around for if anybody cared, but yeah, that calf injury.
I care about Drummond. I mean, his rebounds with no Sarr in the lineup, sure. I mean, I'll be intrigued by Drummond stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right. Where we at? We got 3 games left. We're almost
did you like the over or the under in this game?
Oh, yeah, total. I'm with you. You make a good point. Both of these two teams are really slow in pace. They play out of the half court. Knicks attempt to play good defense. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it doesn't. Celtics, pretty solid defense. But yeah, I'll go under.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. Before we get to the last 3 games on the slate, got to make sure I talk to everybody about rhythm. They're crushed the NFL. Props have been amazing. Really good at identifying when to fade players and take those unders. Those sharp unders are really, really good. Plus, college basketball is up and running, and they got 300-plus schools. Rhythm has predictions for every game, every night. So make sure you go over there and check them out with TCE show, and check me out on TCE on Saturdays. By the way, I'll just go ahead and Scott, if you didn't know, I have to go ahead and give out some intel on the college basketball front here for the people. The SEC ACC Challenge starts today, Scott.
Those are always fun. I'm interested.
Yeah, they're more particularly fun for one side than the other.
Yeah.
The SEC teams have been dominant, and I mean absolutely dominant in this rivalry.
Well, they should be. The ACC is terrible.
But no, because I also forget we're from different. Like portions of the U.S. because I live on ACC basketball. There was a point in time.
My favorite team is North Carolina. I root for North Carolina. I'm just saying this conference isn't very good.
Oh yeah, definitely not good anymore. It used to be the premier, like where everybody looked at basketball and said ACC. That's it. Like how people look at the SEC in football, ACC basketball. That's how they used to look at them. Hasn't been like that.
No, it's terrible. I mean, North Carolina is not as good as it used to be. They're still usually a tournament team. Keyword usually. I mean, Miami's fallen off a cliff. I mean, Clemson has made the tournament a couple of times. Florida State's not very good. Yeah, the conference is awful. NC State made a random Final Four run, but that was more Cinderella, if anything. But yeah, it's not a very good conference at this point.
So would you believe me? Again, ACC SEC Challenge starts today. Would you believe me if I told you that since COVID, 2021 and before, the SEC is 77-38 straight up, 67% against the ACC, 72-43 against the spread, 62.6%. In all of their matchups, not just this challenge, in all of the matchups.
I mean, the SEC, you could argue, is the best college basketball conference right now in the country. They won the title last year with Florida. You'd argue SEC or Big 12, I think, is the main two.
Yeah.
Look, I went to Wisconsin.
There,
people would say the Big 10 is up there. No, it's not. The Big 10 is not up there. Stop it. I would say SEC. You could argue Big 12, but the ACC in football and basketball are the worst Power 4 conferences around. They stink in both conferences. Shout out to Duke, by the way, who is now a football school, right? 7-5 Duke making the conference title game. Yeah, ACC going through it in both sports. Not very good.
So make sure you go check out the SEC ACC Challenge. Gave you some good intel there. SEC all the way. I actually do have a number of plays on SEC.
Does that tie into Rhythm, or were you just mentioning a stat?
Rhythm was talking about college basketball, and so I started talking about the SEC ACC Challenge. But that's how it came from. Rhythm was talking about how good they've been in college basketball this season, and he could play college basketball. You listen to TCE, so I was like, hey, fun fact, just in case anybody knows, because I pay attention to the ACC all the time. They get their ass kicked by the SEC.
Yep.
Dude, it's. Did you see? Actually, it's been happening. Arkansas covered against Duke. Texas A&M beat Florida, the brakes off of Florida State, and then Texas beat the brakes off of NC State. I mean, I'm just telling you.
Texas A&M, by the way, not that good this season.
And so to tell everybody Rhythm's favorite play in college basketball, just to tie this all together, Kentucky laying 6.5 against North Carolina. Smart signal detected. And that's probably the smart signal detected, is the fact that the SEC teams beat the shit out of these teams. So might not be a good day for our North Carolina Tar Heels here today. Make sure you go check out Rhythm. Use that promo code SGPN25 for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm and use that promo code SGPN25. Let's see here. Next game. I don't get to play it. But the San Antonio Spurs laying 5.5 going up against the Memphis Grizzlies. 232.5 is, I'm sorry, 232 is the total. Injury report for these two teams. And I have, by the way, in case anybody didn't know, they're about to start charging y'all $45 if you ain't got your real ID. Just throwing that out there. All right.
Like for what?
If you don't got when you fly, if you don't have your real ID, they're going to charge an extra $45.
Yeah, I was one of the first people to get the enhanced ID, so I'm set for Vegas. I'm good.
Oh, wow, Scott. Look at you. Where are we at? Oh, yeah. Wemby's out. Castle's out. McLaughlin's out.
They've been competitive, though. They've been winning. Fox has done a good job of keeping the team afloat.
Jock Lando's questionable for the Grizzlies. Jaws out. Javon Small out. Ty Jerome's out. Sky Pippen Jr.'s out. Brandon Clark's out. A lot of those we knew.
I got to give props to Memphis, though. Because I'm calling out the coach. I'm calling out everybody that this team stinks. It's embarrassing. They've won 5 of 6.
They're straight games.
I'm just saying. They're 5-1 in the last 6. Like, I'm not saying that this team is good. But you know what? They bought in to the coach. I thought he might get fired at some point. And Ja got hurt. We know Ja hates the guy. And we figured, he probably lost the locker room or something got a bit weird. Now they're 5-1. Like, they've been good. They've played some really bad teams, but they beat Sacramento twice. They beat the Mavericks. They beat the Pelicans and the Clippers. The teams aren't good, but at least they've proven they are not bottom feeders. Though they will be a play-in team in the Western Conference because the bottom of the West is garbage. This Grizzlies team is actually playing okay, and I'm pretty impressed. I'll put it that way. Edey coming back did a lot for this team. Edey's been really good.
I don't think I have my real ID, actually. I think I just been using my so a lot of times I'll be using my passport. And so I actually don't think I have my real ID.
You really carry your passport internationally?
What?
Domestically.
What did you
I'm saying domestically. I said the wrong word. Whatever.
Freudian slip. No,
I'm just saying.
No, I do actually. I do. I try because I wasn't playing with that real ID thing, and I was like, I'm taking my passport. I take my passport with me. Like whenever I travel, I'm normally carrying my passport.
But so why did you not play with the real ID thing?
I never did it. And then there was one time that I did get a new ID.
Was it a laziness thing, or was it like a conspiracy thing where you just didn't trust?
I don't know. I don't think I really took it serious. Like, it was like, yeah, you could do this. Or I was like, oh, well, I mean, because, you be in a DMV for fucking hours. Don't nobody want to, like, and now I got to go and fill out another form for the real, like, no, just do whatever I got to do. Get me out of here. Like, I think I had the wrong form or I didn't do it right or whatever. And it was like, I could, like, do it again. I was like, no, just give me the ID or whatever I need. Just go. But
I remember it worked out by pure convenience for me, which is when I got my first ID, I heard rumors from the DMV people saying, by the way, there's this new thing coming out that you're going to need in like 7 years. You want this now? I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? I'll take it. And he gave it to me. So, yeah,
make sure you guys sign up with Scott for the apocalypse and not me.
I'm just, well, the point is, like, yeah, you're going to need it at some point. I'm like, well, sure, might as well give me this one now.
I mean, they said you can use your passport. So I'm like, if I can use my passport, I'll use the passport.
No, but the point is that the ID is always in my wallet. So why would I not just rather have one form of ID that's already in my wallet? Just bring it.
Oh, well, I carry my passport in a travel bag. Okay. You never know. You never know. Like, what if my plane were to have like some type of, well, I'm air traffic control, but if my plane were to have some type of detour or delay or anything, and I land somewhere and they're like, oh, you can't go anywhere without a passport, I'd be sick.
Yeah, that'd be annoying.
Yeah, so I always carry my passport with me. That is way better than talking about this game. I understand everything that Memphis has going on. They won 5 of 6, all of that. I picked the accurate loss against the spread in the past 6 games, being the Denver Nuggets game. But I'm sorry. I think that the Spurs are rolling right now, and it's going to come to a time where we're going to get to the fourth quarter, and I think that De'Aaron Fox is going to be able to take over. And he's been really good. He's been really consistent, and the Spurs team has just been, I mean, solid. Like, it's not like they've been horrible, but it's not like they've been bad. They've been a lot better at home. 6-3-1 at home ATS this season. They're 5-5 in the last 10 games. They play up better at home. Because they're at home, I'll take them laying the number here and say that they can get this over 2 possessions.
Yeah, the issue is at the first meeting, the Spurs did win. They won by 10, but that was the random, disgusting game on NBC where nobody could hit a shot for the first hour and a half. And the Grizzlies were actually very competitive. They fell apart in the last minute or two, and the Spurs blew the game open in the final minute. But the thing is, do I think the Spurs are actually going to blow this team out, or at least look comfortable? I'm going to say no, actually. I'm going to go for Memphis. I think that I am. I think Edey's actually done a lot for this team. And I know somebody was asking me to talk about him yesterday, but I was going to wait for the game today. Edey only played 25 minutes in that first meeting. The Grizzlies scored 14 points, by the way, in the entire fourth quarter, so they completely fell apart. But Edey's been fantastic this season. And I do think his ability to help clog the middle, especially defensively, is going to frustrate the Spurs. I think he can do a good job of altering shots. He's a good rebounder, what we've seen so far lately. I mean, Edey's rebounds recently, to read off the last couple of games, 15, then he had 1 because he played 6 minutes against Denver. Joker just killed him. 15, 19, 17. The blocks have been 4, 0, 2, 3, and 5. Edey's been really, really good. And Edey, I thought, did a really bad job of closing that first game. He bricked a layup or 2. He was a mess. He didn't score the entire second half. I'm picking him to be a bit more focused, especially after kind of letting his team down in the first game. I think Edey might have a monster game here. I'll go with the Grizzlies to actually keep this game close.
All right. 2 separate sides here. 231.5 is total. No thoughts. This could go either way. Like if they were automatic tonight, I would not be surprised. But
just saying, Edey, like I called him out because he was really bad in that first Spurs game, but he's been really good since then. Good for Edey.
Give me under. Spurs go under. I can barely ever trust.
I like the under too because I don't trust either team to score. So
yeah. All right, under 231.5. Minnesota on the road, going to play New Orleans. Pelicans catching 10.5 at the crib. 235.5 is total injury report. And we have, well, I know Zion's name is up here at the very least, right?
Actually, no. Zion's just listed as playing today.
Wow, look at
I
that.
see Trey Murphy's questionable, but Zion is going to play today.
Yeah, no Zion on the injury report. Trey Murphy is questionable. Jordan Hawkins is questionable. Herb Jones, Jordan Poole, both out. Nothing to report for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
I mean, I can't take the Pelicans seriously when you lose to a Warriors team benching everybody. No Steph Curry and you only score 96 points against the Warriors? Come on, man. Like, the Pelicans are a joke. I can't.
They did cover the game.
Who did?
Pelicans covered.
Against the Warriors with no Steph?
Yeah, it's just for some reason they were catching 9.5.
That's crazy.
They were catching 9.5 points. They did cover the game. They covered that one. They covered the game against the Lakers when they were catching 15.5. Like,
I mean, they were getting killed the entire game and kind of backdoored it, but yeah, they did cover that. I mean, it comes out to Minnesota.
yeah, like, do we trust Minnesota?
Because I can't stand this Minnesota team, but they beat the Celtics by 4. They beat the Spurs by 13. On the road, they have been bad lately. They're 5-5. They've lost 3 straight road games. So the Thunder makes sense. The Kings, with that really bad collapse, they lost in overtime. And the Suns, another really bad collapse where they were winning and they fell apart. I think I'm just going to take Minnesota. I don't feel good about it at all. I get they're on the road. I don't like this Minnesota team. It's been documented before.
Mm-hmm.
This Pelicans team's an absolute joke. Like, I can't take the Pelicans seriously. I see Free Sauce mentioning Sadiq Bey rebounds. He's been really good on the boards. I actually like that play, but I think the Timberwolves are a bad matchup for New Orleans. They have size. They can get downhill. Pelicans still have no rim protection. I like Derek Queen. Still not a good rim protector. Not a matchup I really want. So I'll go for Minnesota -10 now.
I will take the Pelicans plus points.
All right.
Good laying. I wouldn't lay. At this point, I'm getting to the point where I'm not laying this number big enough with the Timberwolves at any situation, let alone on the road. Don't trust the offense to score the amount of points that they need to get done. And, I mean, Pelicans could get up defensively for this game, but the Timberwolves offense has just been bad. And it's a lot of and not a lot of consistency and everywhere else. Really would love to have a player like Nickeil Alexander-Walker on this team. Yeah,
he's not going to win Most Improved, by the way, but shout out to Naw. He's been incredible. I don't like that.
So I will take Pelicans plus 10.5. This is way too many points for me with the Minnesota team that's horrible on the road, to be honest. Completely underwhelms on the road. So I can see this.
SGA's Cousins has been going crazy.
Yeah, I can see this going either. I mean, I can see this being a high-scoring game, low-scoring game, but like double digits, Minnesota can win this by 8, and they'll feel good with themselves.
I thought about the first half. I'll ignore Minnesota's fourth quarter shenanigans, just take them to dominate early and go from there.
Yep.
I didn't mind that. But New Orleans, after watching them choke away that game against the Grizzlies where I had their money line, and they were up by like 20, they lost in overtime, I said, you know what, I'm good. So I'm just going to ignore New Orleans. Give me Minnesota.
Luis popped in the chat. Shout out to his sons for catching my dog.
I was going to say, it took him long enough. He's going to victory lap the Suns game the entire.
It's hit or miss with Luis sometimes. Sometimes he's there before we get here. Sometimes he's there literally like right.
There is a time difference there. I mean, it's like 9 a.m. So
yeah, it depends. Luis, sometimes it depends. Busy man. He probably not even hearing this because he's one of the guys that he goes back and listens and then catches up to us. So he's probably not even listening to us right now.
No, he's too busy sending me reels on Instagram.
Okay, see. On the road, going to play the Golden State Warriors. Warriors catching 11.5 at home. 222.5 is total. Injury report. Lou Dort is out. Alex Caruso's out. Isaiah Hartenstein is out.
Yeah, but there's no Curry. And Draymond, we know without Curry, might not care. And Jimmy was questionable. So are they just punting?
So Jimmy Butler is expected to play. Draymond Green is probable. Trace Jackson Davis is questionable. Seth Curry is available while Stephen Curry is out.
Wait, do you see Butler being probable? I see questionable.
I see expected to play.
Okay, all right.
So, hey, man, that's the best. I see expected to play. And then Al Horford. I said Al Horford's out.
I forgot he was even on that team. Horford's been so bad on that team. I forgot he even existed.
So you're basically hoping that Jimmy Butler has enough to be able to keep you in this game.
Good luck.
I understand that you have made a complete 180 on the Warriors.
I don't have to. Like, am I alone here?
I don't think you're alone. I think you just take it a little bit too far because I agree with you. The Warriors suck right now. But I also agree with this is what happens when we have Steve Kerr as the coach of this team. There's times where Steve Kerr just doesn't know how to coach this team. And then they go on this crazy spell where they suck. And then he decides, oh, wait, I know how to coach again. And then they go on this spell where they're good again. And it's like, up and down. It's kind of similar to the Chicago Bulls without having to be at 500. Now, the Warriors just so happen to be at 500 too as well, or very close to 500. But it's very similar to what the Chicago Bulls have going on here. So, unfortunately, the Warriors are very much stuck in that downhill. And I don't think that it swings up until Steph comes back. And so with that, I don't know. It takes one good quarter from OKC, and they can get this. And I get it. OKC is missing a lot of pieces, but they've been missing pieces all year, and they've been solid.
How are they supposed to score in this game? Golden State scored 102 in the first meeting with Curry playing. By the way, he only played 20 minutes. They outscored the Thunder by 11 in the fourth quarter, so they were down 35 through three quarters against this team with Steph playing.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I don't know how they're going to score. I get Hardenstein to go rim protector, and I get that with Dort and Caruso, of course, elite defenders. They are not going to play. So you could argue Golden State maybe can do a bit more offensively. You have fun with Cason Wallace and Aaron Wiggins.
And their defense, they were on the road.
And Jada. I don't know how they're going to score. What are you going to do? Rely on Pajemski to run your offense?
In their defense, they were
screwed.
In their defense, Golden State was on the road. OKC is way better at home than they are on the road.
They were on a back-to-back. It was a bad spot for Golden State. I get it. But my point remains about the lack of offensive depth with this team.
I agree with you. I don't think that is it's not as serious as a problem. But I agree with you. I'm still going OKC, and I'm going to lay the chalk number.
So am I. But I think I also have to consider the under because I'm not sure the Warriors get to 100 points in this game. But you're reading off the injury report. Curry's not playing. Kuminga, what's up with Kuminga nowadays?
He's playing.
Well, he's supposed to play. We never know if Kerr's actually going to use him. But we'll see if Kuminga plays a bunch of minutes or not. But yeah, look, this Warriors team right now is not very good. So OKC's 20-1. That's good enough for me. Give me OKC.
Somebody's bringing up, did you talk about DeAndre Ayton missing the double-double by one?
I'm not going to roast Ayton because I thought he wasn't going to play yesterday. Old Ayton would have sat out because he had an injury the game prior with his knees, and then I thought he was going to sit. So I'm not going to roast Ayton
the person that should get roasted is Wendell Carter. That's the person that should get roasted.
Oh,
222.
He had two rebounds in the first 5 minutes of the game, and then he went into the third quarter with 2 rebounds. And I'm like, wow, Angel Reese has to teach him some things. Guy can't rebound. It's a pain in the ass. I'll roast LeBron instead for stat padding down 30 to get himself to 10 points. I'll roast him.
222 and a half is the total. Yeah, I guess under, but it's really low. This is a really low total.
Yep.
All right. Let's close things out. Lock, dog, underdog. And let's get out of here.
All right. You want me to go first?
Yep.
All right. For the lock, I think I actually just am going to go back to it. I know that he ended up kind of falling apart there in the second half of that first meeting. I like the matchup, though. Give me Edey over 11.5 rebounds in this game. It's currently minus 115 on Novig, which I'll take. I think it's a great price. Edey in that first Spurs game had 11, but he was on a minute restriction back then. Edey's played 29-plus minutes in 3 straight. He's had 15-plus rebounds in 4 of the last 5 games. He's been great on the boards, so I'll go with Edey. I worked for Zubac yesterday. I picked the matchup. Just give me the center to have a monster game, and I'll ignore the actual game script itself. I like Edey rebounds. Give me the Edey over 11.5 rebounds here. That could be a potential ladder but I'll go with the 11.5 minus 115 as my lock for the show. For my dog, it will not be the Celtics to win by exactly 1 point, so I got to actually think of what I'm going to do for this game. Do I want to go for an alt spread in OKC? No, probably not. I thought about Philly 1-10, but I don't really want to trust the Wizards at all to keep a game competitive. So, you know what? I think I am going to go for it. I just don't know how the Warriors score in this game. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go for an alt spread with this matchup. I think OKC buries them in the chalkiest way possible. So give me OKC alt spread. What can I get this up to? Give me OKC minus. We'll go OKC minus 16 at plus 160. There you go.
All right. Let's see. Lock. Memphis, San Antonio under 232. Yeah, under 232. As I look into it more, I don't trust either one of these two teams to score the basketball. That's pretty much what it is. Dog.
One to 10 somewhere. Player prop.
What's Toronto's 1-10?
So Toronto's 1-10. Let me just quickly find it. Toronto's 1-10 is plus 170.
Oh yeah, let's do that. All right. I think Toronto. Yeah, Portland keeps it close enough. Toronto 1-10 plus 170. I'm gonna play it.
That's fine.
All right. So yep, under Memphis, Spurs, Toronto 1-10. Cool. And underdog.
By the way, Giannis ruined our 4 pick yesterday.
I know.
But it was it looked very good. It's a shame. It's the leg you never expect to lose, but still, you got 3 out of 4. If you played the safe version, where you just end up winning if you get like the majority of it, you made money. But
yeah,
Giannis didn't come through.
Damn, 10-1, Scott.
Yeah.
All right, where are we at today?
I mean, I want to recycle ED rebounds. So I kind of want ED rebounds. ED had 10 and 9 in the first half against Sacramento last game. He's been a monster. So I'll keep going with him.
Higher 11.5 rebounds. Let's see here. What else do we like? I think the Wizards keep it close. Maxey's at 32.5. Jesus Christ.
I mean, Maxey feels like he's going to have a monster game, but I wonder after the first meeting if they overcorrect and just start doubling him the entire time. I don't mind Maxey PA. I kind of want the assist thrown in there if I was going to just get him to do everything on this team.
Maxey does everything? Okay.
That's kind of my thoughts.
Points and assists for Maxey, 40.5.
Yeah. I'm fine with that.
And then we close out the last leg with at higher 29.5.
All right. Works for me.
Because he's the only person that's going to be able to score. So Tyrese Maxey higher 40.5 points and assists. Zach Edey higher 11.5 rebounds. Anthony Edwards higher 29.5 points. And then underdog shake it up. You get 5.16x. $100 get you $516 with that underdog fantasy. Make sure you use that promo code NBA SGPN. Scott, anything else from people before we get up out of here?
Not really. Once again, fun show. And yeah, we'll back again tomorrow.
See, I told you Luis was watching late. All right, here we go, man. What? Yeah, is that right show already? I'm at really __. Make sure you give us a follow. And...
Oh, wait, one more thing. Yesterday, since I gave out the Suns, I've been doing pretty well with the trap line of the day that got there with the Suns. My trap line of the day is actually going to be Boston minus 1.5.
All right.
I'll keep it going until it loses. We'll see what happens. Small mini segment.
There he goes. Trap line of the day. He's at Rush already. I'm at really real __. Make sure you give us a follow at SGPN NBA Gambling Podcast on YouTube, and give us a 5-star rating and review wherever you get your podcasts on X or Apple and Spotify. With that, That's it. I have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just end it like this. We are out of here.
Basketball